If you're living in today's day and age, you already know that Jake Paul and Andrew Tate are destined to fight it out in the ring. While an official date hasn't been set for the boxing match between the two, we're sure it'll take place sometime in 2023. In this video, we'll take a look at when that might happen, so stay tuned. First up, the odds of Jake Paul versus Andrew Tate. Jake Paul reckons that negotiations are ongoing between the two warring sides. A boxing match between Jake Paul and Andrew Tate would be, without any question, one of the main events on the horizon. We hope we'll get a confirmed date for the fight soon. So let's break down the odds and predictions about the boxing match now. The American mixed martial artist has yet to lose a professional boxing match, which says a lot about his skill in the ring. According to the latest odds between the two though, Jake is minus 400 to win outright. Odds imply that there's an 80% chance he wins the match. Go Jake! As for Andrew, the odds mark him as a bit of an underdog. He has plus 255 to win outright, and the implied chance of him winning the match is 28.2%. Up next, rumors and predictions about the match. We've been hearing rumors about a boxing match brewing between the two social media stars for ages now. These rumors were sparked by a video shared on social media in November 2022 that teased a fight between the two. We speculate that the two sides have definitely discussed this potential match, at least a little bit. A fight between the two popular celebs would definitely be one to watch out for. Many speculate that Jake Paul would be the one to dominate, but with Andrew Tate's professional fighting experience, we really think he might have the upper hand. The British-American media personality has way more fighting experience than the young boxer. He's an accomplished kickboxer and has come out on the winning side of 12 of his last 14 matches. That's pretty impressive. Although Andrew hasn't gotten into a ring in the past couple of years, he's definitely got more experience than Jake. Last we heard, Jake's win over Anderson Silva in October 2022 was incredibly impressive too. He's been in the boxing ring more recently than Andrew Tate, so odds are that he might prove to be a worthy opponent for him. Still, we think that betting on the British-American kickboxer to come out as the winner of this fight is worth a shot. It's important that Andrew Tate get his game face on before the match though, otherwise the odds are definitely in Jake's favor. Coming up, Jake Paul's and Andrew Tate's fight records. The American professional boxer has defeated some pretty big names and is currently undefeated 6-0. Considering some of the impressive fighters he's taken on in the past, this might not be one of the toughest matches for him. His fight records are unbeaten. Andrew Tate, on the other hand, has had a pretty impressive career as a kickboxer too. His experience as a professional fighter could definitely come in handy. If he can get back into his top-level fighter shape, we might see a really good match between the two of them. The amount of money that either of them who wins the fight earns is an absolutely insanely high figure. When Jake Paul won the match between him and Anderson Silva, the purse was reported to be around $5 million in total. Wow. There's a good chance that the pay-per-view sales for the Andrew Tate versus Jake Paul match will be significantly higher, so we might see a purse of around $10 million. That's insane. Following up, what do fans think about the match? Honestly, 2022 has been Andrew Tate's year from the get-go. Known as the Top G, Andrew rose to fame and popularity in the second half of the year, due to his outrageous and controversial comments on a number of subjects. Though he's managed to gain quite a huge fan following, he's also gained many haters too. That's how it goes though. You win some, you lose some. Some of his fans include social media influencers/boxers, such as KSI, Logan Paul, and even Jake Paul. His fans, on the other hand, rattled by news of the fight, rallied behind the British-American internet celeb. A lot of users on the internet made fun of Jake Paul for picking a fight with Andrew. One user said it doesn't matter if you're a Jake or Andrew fan, you can simply tell by the looks that Andrew Tate is the man. Another added that he's sure that Andrew will win, hands down, and that Jake would be humbled. He concluded by saying that he couldn't wait. Neither can we. Andrew was last seen fighting in Dubai in October and November. The 36-year-old was seen sparring with a teammate in recent footage. Here's what fans had to say about that. Up next, fans criticize Andrew Tate's boxing skills. Andrew Tate's rise to fame aligns with his approach to life. He's said to be a fighter through and through. He has a background in kickboxing and martial arts, so it's not such a big deal that his outlook on life is just as aggressive as a fighter's. The Top G's recent sparring video received a ton of backlash from viewers worldwide. They hilariously critiqued his technique and said that should the famed match between Jake Paul and Andrew Tate take place, the latter would definitely be defeated. The video clip shows Andrew putting the moves on his fighting partner in a gym-like setting, where the two are surrounded by gym equipment. Although the former professional kickboxer ultimately does floor his counterpart, fans aren't sure if the same would happen in an Andrew Tate versus Jake Paul match. Fans have also shared their thoughts in a response to the clip. One user says on Instagram that Jake Paul would end Tate. "We're not sure we agree, but it's definitely fun to know." Another user added that the two couldn't fight at all and that it was humiliating to watch the sparring. "That's a shame. It definitely makes for a good argument, but before we jump to any conclusions about the potential match between the two, we should keep in mind that Andrew's a professional kickboxing world champ. Jake Paul, on the other hand, is barely just scratching the surface of his professional boxing career. His opponents have been old martial artists too. There's definitely a vast difference in experience." Coming up, Jake Paul's reputation precedes him. The American martial arts champion has accumulated a good reputation for himself. He's come out undefeated against former MMA world champs. His victory against the renowned martial artist Anderson Silva has been one for the books. The 25-year-old is definitely making waves. Even though he's recently called out Nate Diaz for a contest in the future, a match between Jake and the Top G doesn't seem too far-fetched. Yes, Andrew hasn't seen the inside of a boxing ring in ages, and is 36 years of age, but make no mistake, the social media megastar still has all the charisma and talent needed to beat Jake in the ring. It'll most definitely be the PPV contest of a lifetime. We're sure thousands would pay to watch the competition between the two internet celebs. Following up, does Andrew Tate even think this fight can happen? Yes, the match between the two social media stars has been teased a number of times. But are we sure that this fight will even happen? Andrew Tate isn't too sure. On a recent live stream with Aiden Ross, a popular YouTuber, he said that it's unlikely that the much-anticipated boxing match between the two would ever even happen. That's too bad. He told Ross that he didn't think he and Jake Paul were going to fight, as a response to a question Aiden Ross asked. He said that there's a lot of negotiations in place behind the scenes. It isn't a simple process arranging a fight between the two champs. It was only days later that the two were captured in a Twitter video posted by Jake's micro-betting company, Better. They were seen locking eyes intensely at a match in Dubai between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Deliola Tunji. The clip showed Andrew Tate asking Jake if he wanted the smoke, and referred to him as a young man. A date for the match hasn't been set yet though. Up next, what does Andrew Tate think about Jake? In the podcast with Aiden Ross, Andrew Tate added that he actually quite liked Jake Paul. The video of the podcast garnered almost 2 million views in only a few days on Aiden's YouTube channel. Andrew doesn't seem too fond of Jake's older brother Logan Paul though. Logan, who's a fellow YouTuber/boxer, has made quite a few comments about Andrew Tate himself. In the podcast, Aiden asked Andrew if he could call Logan live on the air, but the former professional kickboxer refused to say that the day he talked to Logan Paul, it wouldn't be for a Twitch stream. Andrew referred to Logan as full of shit in the podcast. Jake's made his fair share of comments about the British-American personality as well. He's previously said that he thinks Andrew Tate would be too scared to fight him or his brother, because he wouldn't want to risk losing his alpha male reputation. The rest of the live stream followed Andrew and Aiden betting on a game of chess, smoking cigars, and discussing having a success-oriented mentality, amidst other things. Coming up, here's what Jake Paul's brother had to say about Andrew Tate. Logan Paul, on the other hand, has made quite a few choice comments about Andrew Tate. According to him, the former kickboxing champ is scared, and called him a hypocrite after the ban on him was lifted on Twitter on the latest episode of his podcast Impulsive. Andrew wasn't too happy about this and replied with a Twitter thread tearing up the YouTuber. On the podcast episode, Logan Paul said that he had changed his mind about Andrew, and that the British-American social media star had become much more tame after his return to the platform. That's a wrap for this video. Are you excited to see Andrew Tate versus Jake Paul? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.